Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Dolphins coming in at 9-6, going up against the Patriots, who come in at 13-2.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And his first pass is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Tight end right, tight end right. No. Here you go. Three down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flush to his right. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there. To set up 4th. Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Wait, 24. Shadow. Alert.
Shift.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Wait, 20. 53 lit now. Start fast, fellas. Start fast.
A3's me. A3's me.
Wait, 20.
On second down, here's Brady. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Check safety, check safety.
Alert!
Quick the edge, quick the edge.
Wait!
Go, go.
Wait, 20!
36, 36. Check 24.
Wait,
check
wait, that.
24.
Play clock winding down. To throw, it's Brady.
Get wide.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Double tight, double tight.
And some changes here as the D-line
We got
separates
three.
some.
Wait, 20!
From midfield, here's Brady. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Wait, 20!
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, now he bowls him over. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
22, 22. Eyes on 22.
Orange! Hey, watch both!
Watch
Regular! Wait, 20!
Brady to throw on second down.
Twist.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
3 down.
Wait, set! Hey, 20!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their cues, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it actually serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Let's go!
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Watch left.
Go!
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Going up top. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go on. No, 66.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Two times.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
20. Alabama, we down. These two.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll go to Blount, try and pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Okay, we got 4.
LeGarrette Blount, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Forced out to his left. Complete to the tight end, Jace Amaro. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down.
Double tight. Double tight.
Here we go.
Here's Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Let's go.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Tight end left.
Here we go.
Three down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I see you, boy.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really, at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now, as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch right, watch right. Watch right, watch right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Hey, guys, check me out, check me out. We got 3 out, but we got to stand up over there.
29's a Mike.
Jam him, jam him, jam.
Blue 20, 53, 72.
Check.
Hit. Blue 20, play 20.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Blue 20, play 20. Rip.
Watch that.
51.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill, turn it up.
Elliott running right, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Play set.
4 down.
Shotgun now for Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free. He had caught that pass of sticks, first down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they're telling the offensive guys, we're going to get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey. We got 4. Tight end right.
Here you go. Quick. Block. 28.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Double up.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Taking on the midfield logo. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full play.
LeGarrette Blount. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blount with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Watch 17.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Going deep here for Stills. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
From the 50, it's Tannehill.
4 down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Yo.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill over to Landry on the bubble screen. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
That's it.
So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
There you go.
Tight end's right.
To the air again, Tannehill.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Buying time to his left, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Man left, man left.
Here you go. Right here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Not able to convert. This is no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come upon half. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check, 4 down, 4 down.
Hey, check it. Wait 20, wait 20.
Check. Crunch, crunch.
55. Wait 20.
They give this to Elliott. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 38-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Got double tight, double tight.
20.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Check your hot read.
Wait 20.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
20.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he rifles one incomplete. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
20.
From the gun, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like in the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That's number 4. Number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going on.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Move 20.
The play clock's running down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Went to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Pass coverage look defensively. Now 3rd down, Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down.
Wait, 20. Right.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
Regular, 2.
Check 31.
10th carry now for Elliott.
Tight dog.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Tight end right.
Hey, 20.
4 down.
Alabama. Green 80. Hey, Alabama.
Switch gears.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20.
Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Tight end's on the Ringo.
20.
4 down.
20.
Brady will try again on second down.
Switch.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, Brady. Eluding the pressure right.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Wait, 20.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
4 down.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
20. Wait, 20.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Set. Alpha.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Back now in Miami. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Wait, 20.
4 down.
Wait, 20.
Again, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Get him, boy.
Malcolm Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the advantage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To throw again. Hogan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let him bleed the game out that way.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Unable to. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to do that. We'll talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Strong right.
Here we go now. 3, 19.
Hogan now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Try to lay one up into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on fourth down.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So now here come the Dolphins. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, these 2 shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Side on the right, side on the right.
Yo, Willie! Quick.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Tannehill on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Tight end left.
Here we go. Willie!
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Cummings. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Got tight left, tight end's left.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, that's Cummings. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey,
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
You got three down.
They snap it to Tannehill. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Tight end right.
A give to Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
All right, here we go. Play 20.
Hey. 4 down.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Woo! Boom. Bus stop.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
This is Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Move 20. Play 20. Hit.
On 3rd down. That's Elliott. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
They'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Miami, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.